Alright guys, stay tuned for Dave Worsh's channel, Pickleball. And today we're going to review the Simone Jardim pickleball paddle. So stay tuned and hopefully you'll enjoy this. Hey, alright guys, please subscribe to the Dave Worsh Pickleball channel. And I'm going to do a review for the Joola Simone Jardim Hyperion paddle. It's her specific paddle that she was using, and they still go. They're still about $200. They're a good paddle. So I'm going to give my review, but please hit the subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything. If you can just help me along on the channel, just hit the subscribe button. It is free. And so now we are going to begin with the review of this paddle. I did play with this paddle. I thought it was an okay paddle. It was pretty good, but I did notice there are some dead spots in this paddle. But I'm going to tell you a little bit about the paddle first. It's a 7.9 ounce paddle. It's a 16 millimeter, and it is a Simone Jardim Pro Series. It has carbon friction surface and swift. And also it is filled with foam around the edges, and it's got a polymer center, so that takes care of the center. And it is a skinnier paddle. It's not wide like Collins John's, but it is more skinnier. It doesn't have that much. It has power, but not that much. Supposedly they're trying to do more control, but it's a good paddle. So now we're going to start the review. Of course, the review is always going to be it has a two-handed long handle, so you can do a two-handed grip. So if you do have two hands, backhand, this is a good paddle. So this paddle, we're going to do the tap test. It's kind of a dead spot up in this section. I noticed when I was playing. It's not bad down here at the base, down in this section, but once you get near the edges, I felt dead spots. It wasn't like it wasn't a true bounce. If you hit it in the center here, it's a true bounce. But if you hit it off center, for being a skinny paddle, it had dead spots in it that I noticed. The power was good power when you hit it. Control was okay until you hit it near the edge, because then you hear that kablunk, when you're in a dink war, and all of a sudden it hits the edges and the ball just dies. So you know, that was the edges are okay. So now, since we did the tap test and we noticed around in this area is dead spots, you might have to put maybe some lead tape around it to build it up. And so now we're going to hit against the wall, and I'm going to try to give you a review of what I think the spots on the paddle. Okay, so what I did notice against the wall here, that the dinking part wasn't bad. It didn't kablunk, it didn't die as much as it was going to during the dinking. But when the balls hit hard up here, I noticed I lost a lot of power. Well, not a lot, but I lost some power in this area when I was hitting the ball hard. Not bad. Okay, so it wasn't bad, you know, with the paddle, but for me, $200, that's a big bite. But dinking wasn't bad. medium shots, dead spots. So now we are actually going to try some deep court shots and see if it's good in the back court. Okay, so in the back court it wasn't bad. You know, it's not bad at all. It's okay. So the back court was no problem. I'm going to do a couple little overheads, and we'll see how it is. Okay, so it has some power. It's not like a Ben John's power racket, but it does have a little bit of, you know, it's a little bit off on the speed. So if you're looking for a fast paddle, this is definitely not the ball, not the paddle to use, because I noticed the Ben John's when I played with that one was so hard that the ball would shoot off pretty deep. I didn't have that much control, but with this paddle you get a little more control on it. It does have dead spots up in this area, so I advise some lead tape. So my review on this paddle from 1 to 10, I would probably give it maybe a 7 or an 8 on this paddle. I played with it for like a half hour and I thought it was okay. It wasn't bad. So that's my review. Just remember, everybody has different reviews, different paddles for different people, different types of styles of pickleball. So for my review, it's okay. I wouldn't spend 200 bucks on it. I would look more for something else that would fit my game, which I already have found. And that's it. So please subscribe to the Dave Wersch channel. Please hit that subscribe button. Help me along. It doesn't cost anything. And I appreciate you watching, and hopefully this review of the Jardim, or Simone Jardim HFC pickleball paddle was helpful. Thank you very much.